Hello, gentlemen. It's Dr. Rose Kavari. Have you ever considered that your breakfast choices might be quietly affecting the muscles and blood vessels that help you maintain your daily strength? If you're over 60 and noticing a decline in vitality, low energy, or a feeling of numbness in your lower body age, might not be the only factor. Your morning meal could be playing a role. Most men don't realize that their breakfast is either supporting healthy blood flow to their lower body or gradually hindering it. Even more surprisingly, many may be missing out on simple foods that could help support their well-being. I'm Dr. Rose Kavari, a men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience in urology and age-related functional decline. I've worked with thousands of men across the country who thought that the intimacy in their marriage was fading simply because they were getting older. But what we discovered was far more hopeful. Here's the truth. Your body has a natural desire to maintain good circulation, but only if you provide it with the right support. And some of these helpful tools can be found right in your kitchen, complementing the advice from your doctor. They're found in 5 very specific simple morning foods. Foods you already know but perhaps never knew how to use to support male circulation. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to incorporate them into your routine. You'll learn how 5 easy-to-find ingredients can help promote blood flow to the lower body, strengthen pelvic floor muscle tissue, and increase your confidence without side effects. Please stay with me until the end, because I'll reveal an interesting combination that is helping many men feel more energized. Let's begin. Before we dive in, if you're serious about reclaiming your vitality and improving circulation where it matters most, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any tips designed for men over 60. And if you find this video helpful, please let me know in the comments below. I read every response, and your feedback helps me create better content tailored to your needs. Alright, let's start with the first food one that's probably already in your refrigerator, but whose full potential you may have overlooked for years. It's simple, it's familiar, and when eaten at the right time, it can promote healthy blood flow and muscle repair in the area that matters most. I'm talking about plain yogurt, nature's powerhouse for helping support circulation after 60. Ingredient number 1, plain yogurt, the starter for circulation. I can't count how many men over 60 have sat across from me feeling frustrated and confused about why their vitality and energy levels aren't the same anymore. And almost every time I ask about their diet, they shrug and say something like, "Doc, I just have coffee and a slice of toast if I remember." What they don't realize is that their body, especially at this age, is craving very specific nutrients the moment they wake up. And one of the most powerful sources of those nutrients is something they've had in their fridge their whole lives: plain yogurt. I know yogurt might seem like just a light snack, but let me be clear, if you're a man over 60 and you're not eating plain yogurt regularly, you're missing out on one of nature's most effective tools for supporting blood flow and strength to your lower body. The secret lies in the probiotics protein and calcium. Probiotics help reduce inflammation, which can affect blood vessels, while protein and calcium strengthen the pelvic floor muscles. The ones that support pelvic health and stability control urinary flow and keep you steady and balanced throughout the day. When blood circulation slows with age, these muscles are among the first to be affected. But when you fuel them properly, especially first thing in the morning, your body responds. You'll feel more stable, notice fewer cramps or numbness, and yes, start to feel more confident in intimate moments, not because of a supplement, but because your blood is flowing well again. I remember a patient, James, age 65, who mentioned feeling a general lack of morning vitality for over 2 years. Within just 4 weeks of switching his breakfast to a bowl of plain yogurt with a little honey every morning, nothing fancy, he called me, his voice full of excitement. "Doc," he said, "I wake up feeling so much more refreshed and energized." That's the power of giving your body what it truly needs at the right time. Ingredient number 2, quinoa with almonds, a friend to your arteries. Every time I see an older gentleman in my office complaining of poor circulation and low vitality, I don't just ask about his medications, I ask about his breakfast. And more often than not, it either doesn't exist or is loaded with sugar and empty carbohydrates. What I recommend instead might seem too simple to make a difference, but trust me, a warm bowl of quinoa with a few almonds has supported more lives than you'd imagine. Quinoa alone is a powerful ally for aging arteries. It's rich in magnesium and fiber, which help relax blood vessels and improve blood flow. For men over 60, this kind of circulatory support isn't just helpful, it's essential. Now add almonds to the mix, and something amazing happens. These nuts are packed with healthy fats, vitamin E, and antioxidants nutrients that help your blood vessels relax, reduce inflammation, and allow for smoother, more powerful blood flow. This combination isn't just good for your heart, it supports the systems responsible for healthy circulation and male wellness. I remember a gentleman, Robert, age 69, who told me he felt like his body was starting to slow down after retirement. Low energy, trouble climbing stairs, fading intimacy. I convinced him to swap his sugary cereal for quinoa with almonds, blueberries, and a dash of cinnamon. Within 2 weeks, his legs felt lighter. Within a month, he was sleeping better and waking up with more energy, with benefits he noticed both in and out of the bedroom. "Doc," he said, laughing, "I never expected a bowl of quinoa could do this." But the truth is, what you eat in the morning sets the tone for your blood flow all day long. And this simple combination, eaten warm and mindfully, sends a signal to your arteries that it's time to relax and open up. It's time to nourish the muscles and nerves that help you feel like a man. Now, if you're ready to enhance your circulatory support, there's a fruit that offers remarkable natural support for your circulation. Most men overlook it, but when eaten at the right time, the body can respond well to it. Let me show you what it is. Ingredient number 3, pomegranate, the fruit of vigor. I still remember the look on my patient Michael's face, age 63, when I told him to start eating pomegranate in the morning. He laughed and said, "Doc, I thought that was just a fancy party snack." But what he didn't know, and what most men don't know, is that pomegranate is one of nature's most underrated tools for supporting blood flow, especially to the places that matter most. Pomegranate is rich in polyphenol antioxidants that boost nitric oxide. This pathway is very important for healthy blood flow throughout the body. This time you're fueling it with food instead of relying on other methods, and the body can respond well to it. I've had patients tell me they started noticing improved sensitivity and a greater sense of morning vitality after adding pomegranate to their routine. There's something powerful about letting your body do what it was designed to do. No pills, no side effects, just pure circulatory support straight from your breakfast plate. Michael called me 2 weeks later and said, "I don't know if it's the pomegranate or the fact that I'm finally eating breakfast, but I feel like a positive change is happening in my lower body." We both laughed, but the truth is he wasn't imagining it. The polyphenols were doing their job, supporting his blood vessels and giving his lower body a new sense of vitality. For best results, pomegranate should be eaten on an empty stomach, or just before your main breakfast. A handful of seeds or a glass of pure juice is all you need. And here's a tip: choose fresh pomegranates or unsweetened juice to get the maximum benefits. If you've been looking for a natural way to feel more alive and energized below the waist, pomegranate might be one of the easiest and most refreshing tools you've been missing. But if you really want to stabilize your morning energy, restore balance, and prepare your entire lower body for the day ahead, then you won't want to skip the next food. It's creamy, versatile, and when paired with a dash of healthy fat, it becomes one of the most powerful breakfasts for circulatory support I recommend. Let's keep going. Ingredient number 4, avocado with olive oil, the circulation stabilizing formula. Of all the recommendations I've given over the years, this is the one that gets the most surprised reactions. Avocado. They ask for circulation. But when you understand how your body works in those first few minutes after waking up, it starts to make perfect sense. Your muscles, including those in your legs, pelvis, and throughout your lower body, are running on empty after hours without food. Your blood vessels need nutrients, your muscles need energy, and your nervous system needs balance. A simple half an avocado mashed with a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil can be the morning stabilizer your entire lower body has been craving. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats that help keep arteries flexible, plus potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure. And when you add olive oil, rich in anti-inflammatory compounds and antioxidants, you're giving your body the tools it needs to improve blood flow, regulate nerve impulses, and maintain nerve sensitivity, which can diminish with age if we're not careful. These nutrients support muscle contraction, circulation, and even nerve health, all critical factors for male vitality. I had a patient named William, age 72, who told me he woke up with heavy numb legs and a dull ache in his groin. He'd tried stretching, massage, and other methods. Nothing seemed to work. I suggested a small change before his regular breakfast: try half an avocado with a drizzle of olive oil and a glass of warm water. It seemed too simple to him, but 3 days later he called and said, "Doc, I don't know what's going on, but my legs are lighter and I'm not leaning on the nightstand just to get up anymore." There's something fundamental about starting the day with real food, something your body recognizes, something that doesn't just address symptoms, but actually helps restore balance from the inside out. Avocados may seem humble, but when eaten this way, they work quietly and powerfully to support circulation, balance nutrients, and energize every step you take. Ingredient number 5: blackberries, the source of vitality. Now that you've learned about 4 foods that can help support blood flow, strength, and energy in the lower body, there's one last thing we need to cover, because knowledge without action changes nothing. The final food is one that many men overlook but is incredibly powerful for vascular and muscle health: blackberries. These small dark fruits are loaded with anthocyanins, antioxidants that strengthen blood vessels and improve arterial elasticity. They also contain vitamin C and fiber, which help reduce inflammation and support muscle health. I had a patient, David, age 66, who added a handful of blackberries to his breakfast and noticed an improvement in energy and sensitivity in less than a week. He said, "Doc, I never thought something so small could make such a big difference." For best results, add fresh or frozen blackberries to a smoothie or eat them with yogurt at breakfast. What you need to do starting today. If you've watched this far, that already tells me something important. You care. You're not just coasting through this phase of life, letting your body do whatever it wants. You're still in the fight. And the good news is you now have the tools. But tools mean nothing if they stay in the drawer. Real change starts the moment you decide to act. Today, not tomorrow. Start small. Tomorrow morning, commit to eating one of the 5 foods we've talked about. Maybe it's a bowl of plain yogurt with honey. Maybe it's a serving of quinoa with almonds and cinnamon. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to happen. Because what you eat in the first hour after waking up is one of the most powerful choices you can make for your circulation, your confidence, and your independence. Don't skip breakfast anymore. Don't wait until you're hungry or tired or already behind on the day. Give your body what it needs when it's asking for help. That's when your blood vessels are most responsive. That's when your muscles are ready to receive nutrients. That's when you can interrupt a cycle of decline and start rebuilding. You might not notice dramatic changes overnight, but be consistent. In a few days, you might feel more energy in your legs, more warmth in your lower body, more strength in your steps, and more responsiveness where it matters most. You might sleep better. You might wake up feeling something you haven't felt in a long time, hope. And if you're worried that all of this is too late for you, I can tell you with complete honesty, it's not. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, and even late 80s transform their energy, their intimacy, and their overall vitality simply by committing to this one thing, starting the day with purpose. So the question is simple. Will you take that first step tomorrow morning, or will you let another day pass, hoping something changes on its own? If there's one thing I've learned after decades of working with men over 60, it's this: aging doesn't take your strength. It only takes what you're willing to give up. And most of the time, what we give up isn't our bodies, but our belief that change is still possible. But I'm here to remind you it absolutely is. You now know 5 powerful morning foods: plain yogurt quinoa with almonds, pomegranate avocado with olive oil, and blackberries that can help support blood flow, improve sensitivity, and promote muscle function, bringing life back to parts of your body that may have felt distant for too long. These aren't fads or gimmicks. They're real foods that speak directly to your body's biology. Furthermore, you understand how to eat these foods for maximum impact. You recognize that how you spend your first hour awake sets the tone for everything else: your vitality, your self-confidence, your security, and even your relationships. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just start. Start tomorrow. Take charge of your mornings. Let your meals work for you, turning every bite into a powerful statement that you're still writing your own story. This isn't the end. Far from it. Your next chapter begins at breakfast, and it starts with your choice to begin.